Testing, testing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Power Flow Yoga. My name is Kayla. It's an honor to be able to guide your flow today. You're going to need a mat, a yoga block or two, a yoga strap, and a water. Today, we're going to get started in a child's pose, letting your knees come out wide, your big toes come to touch. And let's activate that child's pose, bringing your hands out in front of you and pressing all four corners of your hands down into the mat to extend your elbows and pressing your hips 1 to 2 inches closer to the heels of your feet. And to get started for today's practice, as you are in this child's pose, I'm just going to read a quote to kind of set intention for today's flow. This is from Everyday Gratitude, Inspiration for Living Life as a Gift. And today's quote that I chose to share is, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go out and do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." A quote from Howard Thurman. So let's take that intention today and use our yoga practice to come alive, to ignite what sparks joy for you in your life. I'm going to get our music going and start activating your breath, your Ujjayi victorious breath. Inhaling fully through your nose. Exhale all the way out. Curl your toes and press yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a few organic movements here, walking your dog out, and then come to find stillness. Empty all the stale air out of your lungs. Take a slight bend in your knees and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, creating a flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. And take a ragdoll here, grabbing opposing elbows. You can sway from right to left. And then find some stillness in your ragdoll. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Inhale, rise all the way up to a standing mountain posture. And exhale, swan dive forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, chaturanga, moving from high plank into low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, flip it back, downward facing dog. That was our first sun salutation A of today. This is a warm-up series. Take a rest breath here. Empty everything out. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, standing mountain posture. Extended mountain posture. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. And release, take your flow, chaturanga. And always meeting a downward facing dog. If chaturanga doesn't feel good in your body today, take a rest breath here. We're going to do one more sun salutation A and move into sun salutation B. Empty everything out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. extended mountain posture. And exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift, like you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. Exhale, take your flow. Really focusing on these warm-up series, connecting your breath to your movement. Meeting in downward facing dog. Maybe take a little bit of organic movement again here. And then come to stillness. Releasing everything out of your lungs. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to chair pose, bringing your hands up above your head, your gaze up above your fingertips. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, take your flow, meeting in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky, shake out your ankle, and exhale, step your right leg through. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. Bringing your hands up above your head, stacking your left heel directly above the ball of your left foot. Breathing here. One more full inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, roll out your ankle, shake out your leg, and exhale, step your left leg through and rise for crescent lunge. Bringing your gaze up past your fingertips, breathing here, one full breath. Last inhale. Exhale, release, plant your hands, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath here. Empty everything out. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. We're connecting one breath per movement, moving at your body's pace. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, step your right leg to meet your hands. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. And exhale, chaturanga, take your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale, step it through. One breath per movement, inhaling, rising to crescent lunge, finding your stability. And exhale, plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Breathing here, one full cycle of breath. We have one more sun salutation B today. Getting our bodies nice and warm. Last inhale here. Full exhale. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Release, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Full inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, send it through. Rising on your inhale for crescent lunge. And exhale, plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale, stepping it through. Rising again on your inhale for crescent lunge on the left side. And release, plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of rest breath here. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, shake it out, open up to three-legged dog, and open all the way up to wild thing. Planting both of your feet, all four corners, and reaching your right hand to the wall in front of you, bringing your gaze over those right fingertips, breathing here. Exhale, release, flipping, coming through center, and opening all the way up to side plank on the right. Option to come down to your knee, come all the way up, hands, and onto your foot. Option to do full star plank, lifting your left leg up. One full breath here. Release, come through center and press back to downward facing dog. Take a rest breath here. Inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Open up that left hip. And flip your dog. Bringing your left hand, reaching for the wall in front of you. Gaze over those left fingertips. Grounding down into the heels of your feet to push your hips 1 inch higher towards the ceiling. Breathing here. And exhale, come back through center and all the way over. Opening to a side plank on the left. Breathing here. And exhale, plant your right hand down and press it back. Downward facing dog. Release everything out of your lungs. Take a slight bend at the end of your exhale. In your legs, excuse me. And travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to chair pose. We'll be here for several breaths, bringing your hands up above your head, grounding down into all four corners of both feet, pressing your your thighs into each other, feeling strong in your base, strong in your foundation, igniting joy, awakening your physical body, and connecting with your physical body. Breathing here. Bring your hands down to a prayer posture. Inhale fully. And exhale, take a revolved chair. Hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Breathing here. Exhale, release, heel toe your feet hip width distance apart, fingers to toes, forward fold. Interlace your peace fingers around your big toes. Let your belly rest on your thighs and use your upper body to pull the crown of your head towards your mat. Breathing here. And release, heel toe, your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to chair posture. Letting your gaze follow your fingertips, reaching for the ceiling. Lower your arms, prayer posture. And exhale, twist, hooking your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh this time. Breathing, revolved chair. Exhale, release, heel, toe, your feet hip width distance apart. And we're gonna do palms to toes, forward fold. Bringing your palm under your feet, letting your toes come to the crease of your wrists. Letting your belly rest on your thighs and using your upper body to pull the crown of your head towards your mat again. Breathing here. Exhale, release. Heel toe, your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to an extended mountain posture. Interlace all 10 fingers. Point your pointer fingers. And exhale, take a bend to the right. Inhale, come through center for one breath. Full inhale. And exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come back through center for one rest breath. Inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhale, take a small back bend. Inhale, coming back through center. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your flow, chaturanga. Whatever variation feels good in your body today. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, stepping it through to meet your hands. Inhale, on your rise, crescent lunge. On the right side, take a prayer posture with your hands. And take a few breaths here just to find your alignment. Bringing your knee directly over your right ankle. Aligning your left ball of your foot directly under your left heel. And zipping and pulling your left quad up towards the ceiling. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Plant your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Breathing here. Pressing into your hands to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, opening up into warrior two. Plant your left foot. Breathing here. Let your gaze fall over your right fingertips. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bringing your gaze up past your fingertips that are pulling towards the ceiling or the wall behind you. And exhale to extended side angle, planting your right elbow onto your right thigh. fingertips up towards the ceiling and letting your gaze follow those left fingertips, breathing here. And exhale, release, planting both hands, stepping your right foot back, downward facing dog, breathing here. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale, stepping that left leg through. On your inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Taking a few breaths here to get alignment correct again. Allowing your left knee to be directly over your left ankle. Pulling the heel of your right foot directly over the ball of your right foot and pulling energetically your right quad towards the ceiling. Find a prayer posture with your hands. Inhale. And exhale, twist for revolved crescent lunge, bringing your right elbow to connect with the outside of your left thigh. Pressing in to your thigh as much as your thigh presses into your elbow for a deep twist here. Inhale, opening up to warrior two, planting that right foot to a 45-degree angle, reaching your hands to opposing walls, and gazing over your left fingertips, breathing here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, come to extended side angle, resting your left elbow onto your left thigh, reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling, and letting your gaze follow your right fingertips, breathing here. Last full inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take 2 full breaths here. Empty everything out. Take a slight bend in your knees and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to a standing posture. We're coming into our equanimity phase of today's series. A little bit of balancing here. So let's get grounded down into your left foot, all 4 corners. We're gonna start with eagle on the left side. Inhale your hands up above your head. Exhale, wrap your left arm under your right arm and come to make contact with your right hand. This is also a great place. You can use a yoga strap. If it's not in your practice to make contact, you can use that yoga strap to grab with both hands. Once you've got your hands in alignment, lift your right leg up at 90-degree angles at your hip, at your knee, and exhale, bring that right leg over your left leg, either letting that leg kickstand on the ground or wrapping your right foot around your left calf. Take a full inhale, lowering your shoulders away from your ears, and exhale, sit 1 inch deeper into your eagle, breathing here. Letting your drishti, your gaze, find one point that's not moving in the room. Release, come unwinded, shake it out, and get grounded into your right foot this time. We're gonna do eagle just on the other side, so same thing. Inhaling your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, wrapping your right arm under your left arm, making contact or grabbing that yoga strap. Getting grounded into your right foot. Inhale your left leg up. And exhale, wrap your left leg around into whatever variation feels good in your body, whether that's a kickstand, letting your left foot meet your right calf, and sitting 1 inch deeper into your eagle posture, breathing here. And release, shaking it out, coming back to a standing posture. And we'll get grounded back into our left foot. And we're going to start with a standing leg raise, another great pose to use a yoga strap. And this one is going to be a balancing series, so I'm going to set myself up with a yoga block as well. So get grounded, all 4 corners of your left foot. Inhale, lift your right leg, 90-degree bend at your hip, 90-degree bend at your knee. Option here to use your peace fingers and grab your big toe, kick your big toe out to the side. Other option, if that is not in your practice, is to use a yoga strap to give you a little bit of extra extension for your arm. Go to whatever variation feels good in your body. Bring your gaze over your left fingertips. Breathing here. Exhale. Gently come through center without letting your right leg touch the ground. Kick your right leg back like you're trying to stamp the wall behind you with your footprint. Airplane pose. Find a small back bend. Breathing here. Exhale, release to half moon. A great place to come to a block. The mat, a water bottle. Opening your body up to the right side. Breathing here. And exhale, release. Come to a forward fold. And inhale, rise. Coming back to a standing posture. Shaking it out. Grabbing your props, setting them up for the next side. We're gonna get grounded down into your your right foot this time. Again, we're gonna start with standing leg raise. Option to take whatever variation feels good in your body today. Inhale, lifting your left knee up. 90-degree bend at your hip, 90-degree bend at your knee. When you feel ready, extend your leg and your right arm, breathing, letting your gaze fall over your right fingertips, and breathing here, finding your stability, finding your strength. Exhale and gently come through center. Airplane pose, stamping your heel to the wall behind you. And opening up your chest with a small back bend here. Exhale, half moon, planting your hands onto the mat or a block and opening up to the side, the left side. Breathing here. And exhale, release to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Bring your feet just past hip width distance apart. Come to a prayer posture and take a low yogi squat. Getting a nice stretch in your hips, your legs. And when you feel ready, go ahead, tilt forward for crow posture, planting both hands onto the mat in front of you, balancing your knees into your arms, kickstanding 1 foot at a time, and just come for 1 full breath in crow. And kick it back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rising all the way up. Coming to we're gonna go to to opposing walls in the room. And exhale, reach forward until you can't reach anymore. And then tick-tock your arms, letting your gaze fall up towards your left fingertips. Breathing here. And come all the way back up. Step your back foot up and in like your feet are on a railroad track, about hip-width distance apart. Interlace your arms or grab opposing elbows behind your back. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, humble warrior. Inhale, rising all the way up. Facing the left side of your mat, bringing your feet wide and grabbing your hips for a side facing wide leg forward fold. Hinging at your hips, come all the way down. Hands can meet the mat, your calves, your ankles. Option to take a handstand here or a headstand if that's in your practice. Breathing. Slowly coming out of headstand if you're there, handstand if you're there. Bringing your hands to your hips and rising slowly with a flat back. Coming back, feet together, and this time leaving your left foot forward and stepping your right foot back. Keeping your both knees extended and straight, bringing your hands out to either wall in front of you and behind you. And exhale, reaching forward until you can't reach anymore. And tick-tock your arms, triangle pose. Breathing here. Exhale, pulling your upper body back up. Stepping your right foot forward and close together, parallel to your left foot. Interlacing your arms behind your back. And exhale to humble warrior. Inhale, rising all the way up, opening up to the right side of your mat this time, and taking a wide-legged forward fold. Breathing here. Grounding down into all four corners of both feet, energetically tearing your mat into two, finding strength and stability in your lower body. Breathing. Inhale, rising slowly with a flat back. Step up to the top of your mat, taking a full body stretch here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, taking your flow. Taking one full breath at the end of this downward facing dog. And inhale, coming forward to high plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to your mat. Propping yourself for Sphinx posture here, a gentle heart opener, spinal stretch, breathing. Take one more full breath in this Sphinx pose. Come up out of Sphinx pose. pose. We're gonna do a camel posture. Come onto your knees. Let them be just about hip width distance apart. Bring your hands to either rest on your hips, or they're gonna come all the way down to grab your ankles, whatever feels good in your body today. Take that variation of your hands and fold backwards. Bring your gaze to the ceiling or the wall behind you, pressing your hips towards the wall in front of you, breathing here. Inhale, slowly rising up out of your camel. Coming through a seated position, planting your heels, and then lowering all the way back down onto your back, leaving your feet planted. An option to use a block here. We're gonna go into bridge pose. Align the heels of your feet directly under your hips. Options to hold a block between your legs for a little added resistance. Inhale, lift up, go up, pressing into your heels, pushing your hips 1 inch higher towards the ceiling. One more full inhale. Exhale, release, lowering back down. We'll do 2 more bridges today. Rest breath here. Take a full exhale. Inhale, lift up, grounding down into your shoulders, feeling strong in the back side of your core, feeling strong in your glutes and your foundation. Breathing here. Exhale, release, lower down. One more bridge today. Empty everything out. Inhale, lift up, bridge. Your final bridge of the day. Make it your best. Breathing here. We'll take 1 bonus breath for our last bridge. Feeling strong. Full inhale. Exhale, empty everything out, lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees fall out wide. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just take a few organic breaths here, lowering our heart rate. Your body worked really hard today. We have a few minutes left. A few final stretches. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet. Take a little rocking motion side to side for a low back massage. And then come to stillness in your happy baby. Exhale, release. Let your legs come long. Then take a full body stretch, bringing your hands up above your head, reaching your hands to the wall behind you, and pulling your toes to the wall in front of you. And on your next inhale, bring your right knee in for a hug. And exhale, twisting over for a supine twist. Option to let your right knee come to land on a block. Bringing your right arm out to a T or perpendicular to your body. And let your gaze follow your right fingertips. Breathing here. Opening up our body, finding a deep twist, head to toe. Gently letting our heart rate come back down. Letting our focus come back to our breath. center, hugging your right knee in one last time. A little self-love hug. And release your right leg long. Bring your left knee in for a hug. And on your exhale, take supine twist over to the left, letting your left knee come all the way down to your mat, letting it meet a block, whatever feels good in your body today. Opening your left arm perpendicular to your body and bringing your gaze over your left fingertips. Breathing here. One last breath in this supine twist. And gently come back through center. Hug your left knee in. One last self-love hug. And exhale, releasing your left leg long. Inhaling your hands for another full body stretch. And exhale to come to your final resting posture, Shavasana. Letting your eyes blink closed. And removing expectation for your breath. Just taking these last few moments with yourself on your mat. Ready, gently bring awareness back into your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, rolling your wrists, rolling your ankles, and transitioning to a seated posture. Your hands to a prayer pose. Inhaling your hands up to your third eye center. The light in me honors and adores the light in you. And together we can bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining Power Flow today. Again, my name is Kayla. It's an honor to be able to lead your practice. Please feel free to give me feedback, things that landed for you, things that you'd like to see in class. And if not, we'll see you next week for Power Flow. Take care.
And this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it. 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did